Welcome to my second Java programming tutorial. I went ahead and removed all of the public static void man method I have in last tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to learn how to add number in Java programming. So just like last time, I still need to create man method. That is where our program is going to start. That is where the Java will know it will tell Java that this is the starting point of our program. So I still need to type public static void and man method is a function. Whenever there is some function, it's gonna have this kind of standardized syntax. So the public, it means the function is gonna be available to all of the classes, and I'm going to talk more about it later on. So if you don't understand, don't worry. Static means you don't need to create any instance of the class to access this method. Again, if you don't get it, don't worry about it. This is going to make sense eventually. Void means this method doesn't return anything, and this man means it's a name of the method. So in this case, the name of the method is called main, and then I need to put open and close parentheses, and then within the open and close parentheses I need to put some argument. It's optional if you create your own method, but in this case I need to type the argument of string, and string is nothing but a character, and I'm going to teach more about these things later on, so don't worry about it right now. And then so right now this man method is taking string argument, and then the name of the argument, we just give it a name called args, and then open and close curly braces. So this is a man method. There you go. And we wanted to add two number together. In Java we have a lot of data type, and data type allow us to represent different kind of data. Data type that will represent number, one of the many data type is called integer, and there are other data type called float, double, long. We're gonna learn more about it later, but in this case I'm going to just use integer, and integer is any number that can be negative or positive but not fraction. So integer are like 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2, negative million, negative thousand, or anything like that. So I'm going to create a variable. Hopefully you guys know what variable means. If you don't, it's very simple concept. It's just a placeholder for something. And what do I mean by placeholder? Let's say that, for example, you are creating a shopping cart website. When visitor come to your website to buy things, you don't know what are they going to buy. You don't know what the total amount of money they're gonna pay on that website. So in order to hold value for those things, we need to create a variable, and in this case we wanted to create variable to hold two number, and then I'm going to create two variable for that. So it's going to be int, that is the name of the data type in Java, and I'm going to give this integer a name called number1. So number1 is the name of the variable, and I'm going to make this equal to 5, and I'm going to create a new number called integer. And remember that you always need to put semicolon at the end of the any statement, and of course you don't need to do that when you're creating a method like this. See, there is only opening and closing curly braces, but whenever you're writing any statement, you need to end it with a semicolon. The semicolon will tell Java programming language that is where your current statement or the current line is going to end. And then I'm going to go ahead and create another called int number2, and set it to 10. And then I'm going to create a third variable that is going to add two of these. So it's going to be int. Again, int is the type of the data, and I'll create a variable called result, and result is going to hold the sum of number 1, and then whenever you want it to add, you just type plus and number 2. So I'm done. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to display my result. So in order to display that result, I'm going to use system.out.println. Println means print line. So whatever I wanted to print, it's going to go inside this opening and closing parenthesis within the print line method. In this case, I wanted to print the result of number 1 and number 2. So I put result inside it. I'm done with my program. I'm going to go ahead and run it now. So in order to run it, I'm going to just go ahead and right click and then click on run. And as you can see, you are seeing 15 right here, and 10 plus 5 is indeed 15. If I change 5 to 10, I'm going to see 20 right here. Should see 20. So you can see 20. So this is how we add two number in Java programming language, and you can also add other number, like I can just say number 1 plus number 2 plus 20, something like that. And if I run it, I'm going to get 40 right here. Alright, so hopefully you learned something new. In our next tutorial, we are going to do something interesting, and that is, instead of manually putting number like 10 and 10, we are going to tell user, like whoever is running this program, to type their own number, and we are going to display the result of that number. Hopefully you get this one. If you don't get it, just try to type it again and again, and eventually it's going to make sense. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to come back to next video because it's gonna be interesting. Thank you.